Well, the Mustang broke.
So since the Mustang's broke, I had to go and borrow my stepdad's Excursion. And let's just say, there's a big difference between driving my lowered car and this monster. I was able to get off work a little early today, so I pulled the battery and gonna go make sure that that's not what's wrong with it. Good news and bad news. Good news, the battery's good. The bad news is the easiest thing to fix is good. Next, I'm gonna try to tap it on the starter, see if it'll fire up after that. Maybe I have a bad starter. I don't know, we'll see. I don't ever suggest doing this, but it's what I have. This gravel here is freaking hot, so I went and got a box to lay on so it's not as hot. I really don't ever suggest doing this, but it's where I'm stuck. Well, I found it. All I had to do was crawl under here. This wire here was laying on the K-member. And that goes to the starter. So I gotta get that fixed. Got a little help, and I moved it from right there, back, and forward, through the gate, and back here. Now the fun starts. Yeah, so there's the broken bit right there. That sucker broke smooth off. There's a little kind of ding in my oil pan too, so I must have hit something on the road. You'd think I would have heard that, but I don't know. A little piece of crap right there is costing me $170. Oh well. Alright, let's do a little tech talk here. The difference between the two starters for the Coyote motor. This starter here is off the 11 to 12 Coyotes. This one down here is off the 13 and newer. So, big difference between these two. One is size. This one here is significantly longer than this one here. Number two, how the teeth actually connect to the flywheel and start your car. In the 11 to 12 one, the teeth sit inside of the starter here, and then once the solenoid gets electricity, gets power, it kicks the teeth out, grabs your flywheel, and off it goes. On the 13 and newer one, the teeth are actually permanently out. There's no moving at all, so they're always touching that flywheel. So it just turns as soon as you do. As soon as you turn the key, it turns as well. The other big thing is the solenoid location here. For some reason, this solenoid is actually closer to the passenger side header compared to the 13 and newer one. Also something to note is this one sits much closer to the K-member than this one. The K-member is actually just about right there. You don't have much room at all with this one. With this one, you've got plenty of room. You've got a good couple inches there. So, whenever you're going out to the auto parts store or when you're ordering from Ford, whatever, just know that there are two different starters. If you get one that doesn't look like the starter off of your car, it's okay. It's gonna work. This one is clearly the better of the two, but if you need it that day, they're the only ones that have it. Like in my case, this is the only one I could get that day. I needed to have my car so I could drive it. It's a daily driver. So, if you can wait, get this one. It's the better option. If you can't, this one will work just fine. So now you know the difference between the two starters on a Coyote. Information you probably never thought you'd have to know, but here you go. Alright, got the new starter here. Dig up under the car. And put it back on. Well, it was just easy enough. Just plug it back in. Alright, new starter's in. I can kind of see why they redesigned these in all honesty though. Because up here is real close to real snug fit up here, where the other one was only came out about this far. And the solenoid here is actually closer to the header, when on the other design it was kind of down right here. It was like they took it from here and moved it about right here. But anywho, let's just pray it works. This week, my mom, my stepdad, and my 2 younger siblings are moving to Iowa. My stepdad's originally from there, so for him it's returning home. But for my younger siblings and my mom, this is a whole new adventure. They've been born and raised in Oklahoma. They've never experienced an Iowa winter before. They've got a lot ahead of them. Well guys, this is it. As of tomorrow morning, my parents will sign this house away and they will be off to Iowa. Bye guys. Change. Change is sometimes one of the hardest things that we ever have to go through. Here lately, I've been through a lot of really big changes in my life. I moved into a new place, and here soon I'm gonna be married. It's a lot of big changes that are coming very fast. My mom and siblings, they have a big change ahead of them too. Moving all the way across the United States, basically, from Oklahoma to Iowa. Now I know change is hard, and sometimes it makes you sad, but at the same time, I see how this change is gonna benefit my family. My mom and my younger siblings, they're absolutely gonna love it up there, and that makes me so happy. So even though change is hard, sometimes it's the best thing that can happen to you. And I wish my mom, my stepdad, my siblings the best of luck when they're in Iowa. I know they're gonna love it up there, and it's gonna be everything that they ever hoped and dreamed for. And then again, I also have my own little squirt to take care of. And let me tell you, she is just as much hassle as a baby is. Here's a little update on Project Foxbody. 4-cylinder motor is gone. Engine bay has been painted black. And the hood's been painted, the deck lid's been painted, and they've got over there, they've got the front bumper, front fenders painted. The doors are off the car and getting worked on. I'm getting the body work done with the paint. Inside has been stripped of all the wiring he's not going to need for the swap. And here's probably the best part. Right here. And $392. Going right there.
Hit control arms and cool overs are expensive. The motor mount is tall as fuck. It'd be alright.